Good morning to everyone. Here is Earth Measured speaking. I would like to continue my speech about planets, and I would like to understand with you what are the orbits of these planets, what is their trajectory. We have seen in a past video that all these planets should move exactly like the Sun on a spiral moving over a cone between the two tropics, the Cancer and the Capricorn tropic. And this is due to the fact that in the sky, night long, we are able to see the planets always very near to the ecliptic, being the ecliptic the trajectory of the Sun. They do not depart too much from the ecliptic, only a little up or a little down, but always moving near the trajectory of the Sun from east to west. They have exactly the same trajectory. So they have to move on a cone exactly like the Sun, moving with the Sun from the two tropics, so downward during winter, and then toward the summer upward. We have seen that in the past that the trajectory of the Sun is linked to this number 6660 that can be divided in three terms: 6 multiplied by 111 multiplied by 10. We can call 6n the number that describes the position of the Sun or of the planet, of the celestial body. Then we will call the second term with the constant 1 and the third term with the constant 2. We can see here a list of the planets by starting with Saturn, because Neptune and Uranus are not considered in the ancient list of planets. But however, you can make the calculation by using 2 and 1 for Uranus and Neptune, but the calculation is not so significant. However, if you make this calculation with planets by using this formula, constant 1 is the summation for x that goes from squared n to 0 of x divided for n, and the const 2, this one referred to the 666 of the Sun, you will find all these numbers. We have already discussed this formula in the last video, so if you want to understand more about this, you can go to see that video, and we find that these numbers, and we find that all planets are very near to the Sun. Mercury and Venus are internal, that means that are under the Sun, and this makes possible to see the transit of these planets over the Sun. It is a very rare astronomical phenomenon, but it happens. For example, for Venus it happens every 243 years. There are two transits of Venus over the Sun, so it is quite rare to see it, but however it happens. While Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are external planets, so they are over the Sun, and so transit can't happen with these planets. But let's speak also about the dimensions of this celestial body. For example, the Sun. How big is the Sun? It takes an angle in the sky of 0.5 degrees, and it is far from, I'm in Italy, so the Sun is far from my latitude, about 7,000 kilometers if I consider the direct distance. It is only a mean, an average distance, and by making this calculation with a triangle open only of about 0.5 degrees, I will find a diameter of 60-70 kilometers. And it is quite possible, this diameter, this small diameter, because, for example, when there is a sun eclipse, the shadow projected over the Earth, the shadow that covers completely the sun, so the zone that covers the zone in which the sun is completely covered by the moon, is large 70, this shadow is large 70 kilometers. So it is very near to the truth, this number. And since we have seen in many videos that the sun is linked to the 666 number, we can say that fractally describing the sun, the diameter of the sun, the sun is large 76.6 kilometers of diameter. Okay, and the moon is obviously the same, because the moon covers an angle in the sky of 0.5 degrees too. Let's speak about planets, and to make only one example, we can speak about Jupiter. Jupiter covers a very small angle, even if it is the biggest planet, covers an angle of 40 of degree, and by considering a distance of 7,000, 8,000 kilometers, by making that trigonometrical calculation, you will find a diameter of 1.3536 kilometers. So it is very, very small. And all big dimensions given by science, all big distances we have seen that have no sense, have no meaning over the flat Earth, that becomes a system, an enclosed system much smaller than the universe described by science. However, I thank you very much because you have followed me also in this video. If you can and if you want, subscribe please, and bye bye, have a good Sunday. Ciao.